In this lesson, we will define and describe the concept of theory of mind and demonstrate the concept using the Sally Ann test, which assesses an individual's ability to appreciate false beliefs. You will learn about the differences and delays in theory of mind often observed in individuals on the autism spectrum. One of the hallmark characteristics of autism spectrum disorders is a lack of or a delay in the development of something called theory of mind. Theory of mind is the recognition that other people have thoughts, ideas, and feelings that may be different than our own. Research has indicated that this is an area that's consistently delayed and sometimes even absent in individuals on the autism spectrum. Theory of mind, or a lack of theory of mind, impacts one's ability to show empathy, to take other people's perspectives, to predict and interpret the behaviors as well as the intentions of others. In a typically developing child between 18 to 24 months of age, we see the emergence of knowledge of the self. For example, the child will be able to recognize himself in the mirror. He'll engage in symbolic play. Simple acts of altruism also are shown, such as giving a toy to another child. There's reciprocal cooperation with others, such as sharing and simple turn-taking. Child might also make linguistic comments about the failure or success of self-generated plans. Mastery smiles occur upon the completion of a difficult task. And the use of mental state terminology is used to refer to their own desires. I want, mine, you do, yours are some examples of this. They also develop an understanding of something called false belief. Between the ages of 3 and 5, children begin to understand that beliefs are individual mental representations. They also understand that someone else may hold a belief that differs from their own. This ability can be demonstrated when using false belief tests, such as the Sally Ann test. This video demonstrates the classic Sally Ann test.
The classic test for mind reading is called the Sally Ann. It's a test that normal kids are expected to pass when they're 5 years old.
Who'd like to go next? Right, okay, this is Sally, and this is Anne. Which one's Sally?
This one.
Well done, right. And Sally has got a basket. And Anne has got a box, nothing in it. And Sally has got a marble. And Sally puts her marble into her basket to keep it safe while she goes outside to play. But while Sally's outside, naughty Anne moves the marble from Sally's basket into her box. Naughty Anne. So where's the marble now?
Box.
Good. Where did Sally put the marble in the beginning?
Basket.
In the basket. Well done. So when Sally comes back from playtime, where will she look for her marble?
In the box.
In the box.
Robert should have said the basket, because that is where Sally, in her ignorance, would have thought it was. He hasn't mind-read the situation from her point of view. What is it about the autistic brain, which means that children like Robert may never be able to mind-read like the rest of us?
Simon Baron-Cohen and his colleagues in 1985 tested 20 children with autism spectrum disorders on this false belief task and found that 80% of the children on the autism spectrum failed to appreciate Sally's false belief and said she would look in the box. In contrast, typically developing children, children with language impairments, and children with Down syndrome were able to succeed on this task. Having a lack or delay in the development of theory of mind impacts individuals on the autism spectrum in many ways. The inability to take perspective and put themselves in the position of another person often results in negative social consequences. For example, the individual might make a comment about something new or different about a coworker, such as, "You cut your hair," and then proceed with their own personal thoughts or beliefs about that change. "I liked it better the other way." While this may be their opinion or a fact based on the fact that they don't much like change, Making that comment to the coworker without thinking about how it would make the coworker feel could have some negative social consequences. Another common challenge when there's a lack or delay in theory of mind is the inability to recognize that other people may have different solutions to a problem or a challenge that's presented. This can be a challenge because the individual with autism may think that there is only one right way, their way. You can imagine the social complications in doing group projects that this might create.